Hey guys, welcome back to Linda's Resin Room. So I need to do some more lizards because I give these to my nieces and nephews and things when they come over, or any little kid, and they love these little lizards. So I'm going to make some more of those. And as I was digging through some of my boxes of molds, or totes of molds, which I have quite a few, I found a couple of molds that I would like to use. This first one is a turtle, and he's got a frog on his back. And I thought, that would be so cute. And I've never made him. And then I found this little bitty baby snail. Now, I don't know where I got these molds from. I know I got the lizards off of Amazon. But if I can find them, these two probably came from Temu. If I can find them, then I will put the link below. But I thought I would paint them up with some chrome powders. So I got a few little colors out. For the snail, let's see, what do we want to do? Really like that. Ooh, I like that red. How about red and copper? This is Bloody Red. Baltic Day Chrome Powder, 30 colors. And let's see, for the body, we can do orange. If I can get them open. Here's my tweezers. Oh, I got stuff on my good tweezers. I used them to open up a pigment paste. And now there is pigment paste on them, and I forgot to clean them up. So let's see if I can use these. Yeah, I got it. Maybe. Okay. So our little snail shell, if I can keep it on just the shell, is going to be bloody red. Not sure how I feel about it, but we'll see after we fill it up. And I'm not going to clean this up if I don't have to, because I thought if it has a little few sparkles of red through his body, that's okay. I'm fine with that. It's a pretty red in the container, but I'm not so crazy about it on the mold. It's not sticking very well to the mold either, it doesn't seem. But we will do the best we can with what we got. And it's just one little baby snail. Just because I thought I wanted to try the mold out. And it may look prettier once it's got some color down in there too. Just, maybe I just can't see good enough down in there to really tell. It just seems like there's spots on the mold that aren't picking up color very well. And maybe it's the mold. Maybe it's the colors. I don't know. Okay. Put the lid on that. And I am going to clean it up just a little bit because I got it all the way straight up his backside. So, let's see if I can just go right around this just a little here. I'm not going to get it great. Just the big parts of it. Okay. All right. I think that will work. Put my baby wipe back up. Now, clean this off. I do have a paper towel over here. I'm just wiping that color off. Now let's do the orange on the rest of him and see if I can get this down in his antenna. I like the Lutz Resin chrome powders much better. They go on easier. They go on more solid. Don't think I'm crazy about this brand. Get right down in those little antennae if I can. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the tips. But that's okay. I might fill him up with, we'll just see what flavor color we decide. But yeah, don't care much for those. Alright, now let's get that little frog down in there. I want him to be a really light green. This is electric green. And I'm just going to see if I can get just that little tiny frog. This mold might be a bit rough to demold too. It's kind of stiff. It doesn't feel like it would have very much give. So I'm not real sure what kind of trouble we'll have with him. But we will see. I'm going to have to do a little cleanup on him. Now with the lizards, you can tell I've got some alcohol ink sitting there. That brand of alcohol inks I got off of Amazon. I love them. They come in a 30mm size, but I don't think they're selling them anymore because I was going to order me a backup set and they have been out of stock for months. So I'll just have to do with the ones I have, and once they're gone, they're gone. But I've got so many alcohol inks, I've never run out of alcohol ink, I don't think. Okay, let me just see if I can. I'm not going to do a great job cleaning this up. I just want to get some of that excess off of the shell. Okay, good enough, good enough. And let's see. What about aquamarine for his shell? I'm going to do it last, I think. And do his head and his feet. Wow, that was kind of wild, isn't it? In this color. Okay. I probably should do the shell first. Alright, now let's just see if we can get this shell. It takes quite a bit of this powder to color. The Lutz Resin brand, if we're comparing the two, doesn't take that much, and it really goes a long way. This one seems like it's taken quite a bit. I am going to have to clean up some of the body and things because I'm getting it everywhere. And that's probably part and fault to do with the brush that I chose. Okay. Can't get the lid on. Blow that out a little bit. Now, I don't care if it's speckled. Speckle's not going to bother me, but those big clumps of color will bother me. I can't take that. And he has some eyes down in there. I'm sure if you wanted to glue some 6mm, even 8mm eyes to this mold, you could. But every time I do that and then I paint it, I knock them loose. So I'm not going to. All right, let's clean that off. Did you hear the airplane? Sorry, guys. This is an all-day thing. There was one night my husband and I were asleep. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I guess it was an airplane went overhead, and it sounded like it crashed into our house and scared us both to death. We jumped out of the bed, and I have lived here for 20 plus years. You'd think it wouldn't surprise us anymore, but still does. Get his little tail. Okay. Well, we'll be able to compare the Let's Resin brand and the Baltic Day brand when I fill these up as to how they show up once I demold, and see if they are any more solid than if one's better than the other that way, or if they're more translucent. I did something. Oh, it was a different kind of powder. Never mind, it wasn't a chrome. Okay, there we go. I'm going to try to bang this around a little bit. Alright, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of green floating in that piece. Oh, sorry guys. Didn't mean to bump you. I'm just going to move these out of the way. Alright guys, I'm going to mix up some resin and I will be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I have mixed up 240 gram of resin, or 8 ounces. It's a 1-to-1 resin. You can tell, a lot of bubbles. It doesn't look clear every time I mix it up just because of it's got all these micro bubbles. But then when it cures clear. So I'm not putting it in the debubbler. I probably should for the little lizards. So we might do those last. We're going to mix up some resin, or some for the turtle. And the turtle may take every bit of this. I have no idea. But we will see how much he's going to take. I'm going to guess here. And then if I need more, I'll just dump some of the clear. So I have got out 4 ounces. I still think he's going to need more than that. And I want to fill these up. I think I want to try, it's a lighter color. It's called Crocus Petal. I got this in little bags from, it's like a really light tan color. I got these in little bags from Laura's Art Corner, and it is a very fine powder. Like really fine. I'm going to do 3 scoops and see how that looks. I haven't used it yet, but it was for a really good deal. And I thought, it's an interesting color. It's almost like a, I don't know, it's got a purple tint to it. See how well this will mix up. And if I need to add any more, Seems to be mixing very well. Like I said, I mean, it is very, very fine. A bit translucent still. I think I'm going to add some more. One, two. So we'll do 6 scoops. But I've never used it. But it is really pretty. And it's something different than black or white behind these colors. And I'm afraid they're going to be translucent. And a lot of times colors change when you use a darker color. So that's why I want to use this lighter color. It is really pretty. I don't know if you guys can see that. Mixed up really well. Now let's see if we can get that little froggy down in there and fill him up without ending up with any bubbles in his arms or anything, or his little head. Or don't want bubbles. Have part of him missing. I'm letting it roll through the back of his legs, which go up the walls. Okay. Get into his head there. Oh, could we have guessed? Could we have guessed right? Okay. So maybe 3 ounces would have been plenty. Let's fill up our little snail. I'm going to have to work with his antenna to make sure this goes down in them, because I don't want missing antenna on my little snails. I'm just going to squeeze as hard as I can. There's one bubble. I've seen 2 bubbles pop out. I think I'm squeezing off the color. There's another bubble. He will pop. I don't want to suck him back down in there. There we go. You get these little front ones here. Alright, I'm going to hope they're down in there, but I can't guarantee. I knew this little snail would be a bit of an issue, but oh well. He'll be cute if he turns out. I do want to slightly dome that. Doming it means it's just barely bubbled up on the top. That way, when the resin shrinks, it cures flat and you don't have that big lip on it. And he can use just a little more here. Okay, we've got him domed too, and I'll find something to do with that color. All right, now let's mix up a little white. I think I'm going to have a little extra maybe. About 1 ounce or 30 grams of white will be plenty, I think. My husband just got home. Alright, and I'm using the T Expert epoxy pigment paste white. And I'm just going to squirt some of that down in there. I do make it a little heavy because I pour it down into this, and I do want it to sink and mix around. So I want a good heavy solid white. And this is very opaque. Okay, I'll mix some more of that in a minute. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop some color, my alcohol inks, on my little lizard here. And then I'm going to pour some clear in. Okay. And then I'm going to pour in some of the white. And I do take some of this up his little legs, just according to how you want it. Okay. And I dripped. Okay, and then I'm going to take some more clear and finish filling him up. And it does have to go up his little legs. Now, I'm going to leave that alone. We're going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to drop some blue. And I'm just squirting some down in there. Now with him, I'm going to add the white. And going up his little leg. I'm doing the white on each little leg. I'm going to put every bit of that white in him. Okay, almost. There we go. I'm going to clean this stick off. And now I'm going to pour, oops, sorry guys, I didn't mean to kick the camera. I'm going to pour the clear. And I'll make sure all his little legs and everything fill up too. I'm leaving just a little room because what I like to do is, where's my little stick? I like these little chopsticks. I'm just going to go and swirl the white and the clear. However you want. This is going to move. Not sure how it'll turn out, but usually it looks really pretty when you do this. Clean that off so I can do the same with our little blue lizard. Just Just mixing his colors. Okay. Clean that one off. Now, let's see. What do we got left? Now, let's finish filling him up. I'm just going to run that right down the back of him. And he is domed. And the same with this little lizard. And this time I'm not going to swirl. Just running some clear right down through there. Till he domes a little. Okay. I think he can use a little more. A little down his tail. Okay. Alright, now he is domed. And that is it, guys. So we will leave these alone. And these are the U.S. Art Supply alcohol inks. Like I said, I haven't been able to find them anymore on Amazon. They just set out of stock. And they've been that way for months. But we'll let these cure and see how they turn out. See you back for the demold. Guys, so we're back. These are all cured up. I think there's probably holes down in those antennae because they're just very, very small. And let's see if we can get the snail out first. He's just a little bitty tiny thing. Oh, we have intact antenna. And he actually turned out really good. Oh, I love him. All right, and the mica powder actually did very well. All right, woohoo! Let's do this big old turtle with the frog on his back. I've got some overflow. I'll have to trim him up for sure. Well, demold's very easy. I thought it would. Oh, it's a matte mold. Look at that little frog. We can paint their little eyes and face and things up. It turned out really cute. Now, this blue changed color because it was teal. Get the little lizards. I think I've used way too much white in these than what I normally do. Normally I just use a little white. And I use a lot of clear. But I didn't want to waste the white that I had made. And it's alright because I just give these, like I said, give them away when kids come over. They always like the little lizards. Get his little head out. Okay, he's got a little bit of a crackled back. He's still cute. Paint him some little eyeballs. Now let's do the blue one. I've got a little overage around his foot I'm going to have to trim up. Be careful around the toes so you don't break them off. That was a little overage that went flying. I don't know if you guys seen that or not. Okay, well, he's pretty too. Yeah. Well, yeah, usually I have a little more clear in them than all that white. But overall, I think they turned out very well. All right, guys. I'll see you back for the next video.